Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and it is time for me to share with you my March Mystery Madness TBR. I've been trying all week to get this filmed, but of course I think chronologically, so I couldn't let myself film this video until I had shown you at least what I was reading in February, because if you saw that video, I was saying I had never really even done a February TBR, and I at least needed to do some kind of mid-month wrap-up or something, and that didn't happen until a couple days ago, which is past the mid-month. But anyway, we've got a week left in February, so March Mystery Madness is quickly approaching. I've already seen several TBR videos, some of the hosts as well as participants. If you are planning to participate in March Mystery Madness and you do videos and you want to post a TBR, I would love to see it. Let me know in the comments if you have one. Now, occasionally I do remember to go and search the hashtag, so I always try to find you if you're out there, even if you don't let me know. I'll do my best to find you, so be sure you use the hashtag March Mystery Madness when you're posting anything on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or even Facebook. Do they do hashtags on Facebook? I don't know. I have a Facebook account, but I don't advertise it because it's more just my personal, like, people that I actually know in real life and all that kind of stuff, you know, family kind of stuff. But anyway, I do have a few of you BookTube friends that are on Facebook, so it's fine either way. I'm getting off on a tangent. Anyway, let me just start over. So let's get back to my TBR. Now, within my TBR, I try as much as I can to participate in whatever the other hosts are doing. So a few of them are doing read-alongs, and a few of them I think are still going to do read-alongs that I haven't heard yet what they're doing, but the latest that was just announced is Di from Disis19 Hearts. She has the most fun challenge. I am so excited. Now, when you look at her graphic, you're going to maybe mix it up with the Instagram challenges, but please don't. It's going to be two separate things. There will also be Instagram challenges. And what Di is doing, though, is a cover scavenger hunt. So be sure you check out her video. She has 31 different things that you could look for on the covers of your mystery books. And if you want to post one a day, you could post them on Twitter, you could post them on Instagram. I think what might even be fun, she didn't mention this, so I hope it's okay for me to say it, but like if you do videos and you want to just like pick one for each of her 31 prompts and just put them all in one video and post that sometime during the month. I think that would be fun. So however you want to do it, I hope you'll participate. That just sounds super fun. Sarah is doing a bingo. There's 9 prompts on the bingo. Now I want to say just a quick clarification about the prompts, because we set up the prompts this year a little differently than your average readathon prompts. In fact, I think even some of the hosts were kind of not real sure, you know, what we were trying to accomplish, because I can't even remember who it was now. Someone said there's 8 prompts, but the whole theme is 5, so I don't know what that's about, or something that to that effect. But the prompts that we came up with all have to do with 5, and there was not any thing. I mean, the fact that there happened to be 8 of them was just, it was irrelevant, really, because those were just a jumping off point. The main thing within this whole 5th year of March Mystery Madness is the main goal and challenge is to read 5 books. And within that, you could pick 5 of the prompts, you know, for each of your 5 books, pick one of the prompts that has to do with the number 5. That's the main goal. Now, if you want to go a little further, Tim had a challenge where if you wanted to take your 5 books and read all 5 of your books within a particular niche or genre or comfort zone or out of your comfort zone or whatever, you know, that was Tim's challenge. And so be sure to check out his video where he talks a little bit more about that. I hope I'm explaining that right. And then there's just all kinds of different ways you could look at it. But the challenges that we put down as a starting point were not that you had to try to get all 8 of those challenges. The whole idea was just to do anything that had to do with the number 5. even if that means coming up with your own. And I've been floored by some of the creativity that some of you guys have come up with. Be sure you read through some of the discussion on the Mystery Madness Goodreads group. There's some really fun ideas. And in different people's TBR videos and things like that, and also in the comments of some of our videos, people have been commenting about prompt ideas. There's so many different fun things that you can do with the number 5. So the sky is the limit. And I hope that you will, just use those prompts that we first came up with as a starting point. And you don't even have to use any of those. Okay, so what I am going to do is kind of an expanded version of Tim's challenge, all the while trying to incorporate everyone else's challenges at the same time. So Tim challenged everyone to do your 5 books within a category. So I'm going to have, because I'm an overachiever, I'm going to have a group of 5 of these, and a group of here, and a group, so that by the time I'm done, maybe I will have read like 25 or 30 books for the month. So, I know. The only way I can do this, really, is because most of what I've picked I can get on audio. So, here we go. So, for my first group is actually 10 books. So, it's, divisible by 5. There you go. So I mentioned earlier, like last month, that I was going to really focus this year on trying to finish up some series, cozy mystery series, that are on my shelves, that are taking up space, that I already know I can get on audio. So the Coffeehouse mystery series is on Hoopla right now. And with Hoopla, sometimes things come and go. And I don't want to rely on them being there forever. So I noticed that after I finished book 7 this month, which I did finish it was Espresso Shot, I noticed that there are a total of 17 Coffeehouse books on Hoopla. There is an 18th book that just came out in December, but it's not on Hoopla yet, at least not my Hoopla, because different libraries can offer different Hoopla books, in case you didn't know that. So I have 10 left that I can listen to on Hoopla. So I own maybe 6 or 7 of them. No, maybe not quite that many. Anyway, I have 8 of them here. I have the next 8 Coffeehouse books to show you. I have checked out 3 from the library. So, yeah, I guess I only have another 5 more. I do own the first 7. I've already listened to those. So let me just show you these really quick, because I'm going to listen to 10 of these. If I set my Hoopla on double speed, I can listen to like one of these every day, a lot of days. And, no more. It will take me not more than 2 days to get each one read. Okay, so the next book, 8, is Holiday Grind. And this will meet Sarah's second challenge going across on her bingo card, which is to read a book that features a celebration, because it's some kind of holiday. I'm not going to assume it's Christmas. It might be, but I don't really know. Then the next book, number 9, is Roast Mortem. Then the next one after that, I had to get this one from the library. I don't own book 10. Murder by Mocha. And then I do own this one, but it's an old library copy. A Brew to a Kill, number 11. Then the next one is another holiday book. I don't know which holiday, but it's called Holiday Buzz. And then the next one, which I think is book 13. Yeah, this is a library copy. Billionaire Blend. And then this one is also a library copy, number 14. Once Upon a Grind. Doesn't this make you want to go and get a nice big cup of coffee right now? It does me. This is my book. I got this one brand new at a book warehouse when we used to have a local book warehouse, which is now gone away. I'm so sad. This is book 15, Dead to the Last Drop. I don't know the titles offhand of the next 2 books, but if I get all these done and I've still got time left in the month, then I will get those physical copies to show you in an update, like a mid-month update or something like that. So that is my goal, to read 10 or listen to 10 Coffeehouse books. But wait, there's more. So another series I really want to finish. I haven't been collecting these, but my husband and I have been reading the Cat Who books. We've been listening to them mostly on audio for several years now. And I thought, okay, I have got to get this series finished. So right now in my car, I am listening to an audio book of book 26, which is The Cat Who Talked Turkey. I wanted to go ahead and get that one done this month because I realized that I have exactly 5 Cat Who books left that I haven't read. So I wanted to have 5 of those to do this month and then finish it. So I own this copy on audio cassette. It's unabridged, and this is The Cat Who Went Bananas. This is book 27. And then book 28 and 29, I checked out the physical copies from the library, but the library does have these on CD, which I will get probably after I finish some of these other Cat Who books. Well, I don't know. The Cat Who books Cat Who books. The Coffeehouse books I can listen to on my phone. So these books I'll probably listen to in the car. Anyway, book 28, The Cat Who Dropped a Bombshell, because I do have a CD player in my car. And then 29, The Cat Who Had 60 Whiskers. So that's all of the numbered novels in the Cat Who series. But there are 3 short story collections. Now, one of them is The Short and Tall Tales. I used to own a copy of it, and I don't have it anymore, but I've read it already. And the other 2 short story collections were off my shelves, and I want to get these read. The Cat Who Had 14 Tails and The Private Life of Cat Who. So those are the last 5 Cat Who books that I need to read to finish that series and get it off my list, what I have off my shelves, and I'll be done. So yay, I'm excited. So wait, there's more. So then I also have a stack of cozy mysteries from several different series, and they each of these will meet one of the other 5 prompts, 5 related prompts. And my goal is to, even though I have more than 5 to choose from, I want to make sure I finish at least 5 from this stack as well. So a couple of these are guidepost books. My sister has been talking to me about this series now for several months, and just the other day she said, "Did you ever read that book?" And I was like, "No, but let me read it from March Mystery Madness." This is a new chapter. This is by Kristen Eckhart. It's the first in the series called Secrets of Mary's Bookshop. So this is a Christian cozy mystery that is published by Guidepost, and I'm excited to read it. My sister's been telling me that it's really, really good, and there's quite a few in the series. I think there's like 24 books in the series. Now, here's another series that I have been reading, and this is another series that we have both enjoyed. It's about a quilt restorer, and it's the Patchwork Mystery series, and this is book 5. I'm ready for book 5. In fact, I had planned to read this at Christmas. This was the base of my Christmas tree. If you remember my Stackmas tree, and not my Christmas tree, but my Stackmas tree that I showed in my videos. And I didn't get it done. It's Homespun Holiday. And so it's book 5. It's cozy mystery. So even though it's a Christmas book, it will also meet that same prompt on Sarah's Bingo to read a book about a celebration or featuring a celebration. So that would be good. Now, I've got a couple of other books that I don't have access to on audio either. Both of the ones I just showed you would have to be read in print, and then these next 2 also would have to be read in print. So I'm probably not going to get all 4 of these done. I'll probably do good to get 2 or 3 of these done, but we'll just see how it goes. So this is book 2 in the Southern Sewing Circle Mystery Series by Elizabeth Lynn Casey, and this meets 3 different 5 challenges. It was published, I believe, in, let me find my paper. I believe it was published in 2010. It has 305 pages, and not only was it published in 2010, it was published in May of 2010. So this is a good choice for meeting lots of different 5 related prompts. And then this is from my TBR jar. I have 2 different TBR jars. One is all nonfiction, and the other one is mostly mystery series that maybe I own 1 or 2 from a particular series, and they're farther down the list, and I'm not sure if I want to read that series or not. So the last time I drew one out of that, I drew out the Cheese Shop Mysteries by Avery Ames. I have one book from the series on my shelves that is farther down the series. So I checked out the first one from the library, The Long Quiche Goodbye. I want to read this and just see if it's worth keeping the other book around, or if I can go ahead and move it out and get rid of it. So that is another book that I could possibly read this month. I don't know if it has any 5 related things. I didn't write it down if it did or not, but it would meet one of my lists of 16. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you saw my 2020 goals, my reading goals. I have 16 different lists, and each month I'm trying to read a book from each of the lists. So this month, I'm kind of putting my list on the back burner. I went through the list and I tried to pick out mysteries for everything possible. And the ones that I can't really pick out a mystery for, I'm going to either skip or I'm going to go ahead and read something that's not a mystery. So if I have time before this video is over, I'm looking to see how much time I have left, then I will. I've got a few here to show you that are not necessarily mysteries, but if I have time, I will read them this month. Okay, so then let me go through my list. Another one then, a couple that I can get on audio, so I can almost be certain that I can get these done. I love this title. It's the third book in the Vintage Kitchen Mysteries by Victoria Hamilton. Freezer, I'll shoot. Isn't that's a fantastic title. I love that. This was published on November 5th. So there's my 5. And then this one has at least 5 words on the title. This is book 13 maybe of The #1 Ladies Detective Agency by Alexander McCall Smith. I've been reading this series for a long time. I'm going to be listening to this on audio. And this also has a wooden door on the cover. So it has more than 5 words in the title and a wooden door. So it will meet at least 2 of the challenges. And then one more I can't show you a picture of, but it is book 25 in the series, and it's the newest Hannah Swenson baking mystery called Coconut Layer Cake Murder. This is not even going to be out for a couple more days, and I have had my name on the list, on the pre-pub list at the library. I think I'm 12th in line. We probably have at least that many libraries in our county that will be ordering a copy, so I don't think it will take me very long to get it. I would prefer audio if I can get it, but if I can just get the book, I can at least show it to you, and they're usually not real long, so I might be able to go ahead and get it read. But if I can get an audio copy at some point, then I may just hang on to it and or not hang on to it, give it back to somebody else and get the audio later. We'll just see how that goes. But I love the fact that it's number 25 in the series, and I'm caught up with the whole series. I've read every single one of them up to this point. So that is almost everything. Now, if you are following along with me in the Audible Escape Challenge, I have a couple of mystery thriller type books that I am going to be listening to for that. I just picked 2 on purpose. I chose to. I didn't draw them out this time. I picked Action and Small Town because I picked Small Town because I thought maybe there would be some cozy mysteries there that I might be familiar with. I couldn't find any that I was familiar with, but I did find one that I think will do. It's called One Little Wish, and it is book 1 in the Little Things mystery series, and it's on Audible Escape. It's by Gina Lamana, and I don't have a way of showing you a picture of it, but that's what I'm going to listen to for the small town category. Now, before I tell you about the one for Action, let me just say I've got another group of 5 for Tim's challenge that I'm going to read for March. For March. And that is thrillers. So I am going to be hosting a read-along for The Lion Game by Ruth Ware. That's already been announced. This is for my mystery book club. And it just so happens that my other book club that meets at the library is doing a thriller for this month. And it is The Girl Before by J.P. Delaney. This is our March pick. Now, The Lion Game is our April pick, but our mystery book club meets the 2nd Thursday of the month. So it works out perfect for me to go ahead and read it in March, and then I'll be all set to discuss it in the early part of the month. This club meets the 3rd Thursday of the month. So I'm going to read this in March. I'm going to listen to it on audio. This one you might be more interested in than The Lion Game. So I'm perfectly willing to host this as a read-along as well. Let me know in the comments if you plan to read along with this. We can either just chat about it in the comments, or I can put some threads up on the Mystery Madness Goodreads group for this as well. Let me know. I don't know anything about it. It says on the back that it is a superior psychological suspense. A cleverly constructed thriller. So that sounds good. Then one of the other hosts, Laura from Mom to Triplets 04, is hosting a read-along of The Silent Patient. And if I can get that, I'm going to follow along with that. So that would be another thriller for the month. I did check my library though, and all the copies are gone, and there's waiting lists, everything. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. So we'll just have to wait and see. If I can't get it, then one of my other series that I'm listening to, this is book 5 in the Jane Whitefield Shadow Woman series by Thomas Perry. So I am definitely listening to this one. It's called Blood Money. Once I'm done with that, if I've still not been able to get Silent Patient, then I'll go on to book 6 in this series to make sure that I get 5 thrillers done for the month. Now my other thriller is going to be on the Audible Escape Challenge, and that is the one under Action, and it's by C.J. Lyons. I don't have the book, but it's the first in the Shadow Op series. The only C.J. Lyons book I have on my shelf is this one, which I think now I'm not even going to ever read this one, because I looked up this series and it says that it's rated R for violence in adult situations. Of course, that may be very well true of the Shadow Op series too, but anyway, I kept this as a placeholder. C.J. Lyons is a former medical doctor, now a writer, and she grew up with one of my coworkers. They grew up in the same town, and so my coworker been telling me about her and her books for quite a while. I finally listened to 2 of the Hart and Drake series on Audible last year, and they were okay. And so I'm curious to try out another series by her. So it turns out that the first book in the Shadow Ops series is in the action category. So that's going to be my 5th thriller, so that I will have a stack of 5 thrillers for March Mystery Madness as well. Okay, real quick before I run out of time, I have a few books that meet different challenges on my list of 16 that I want to get to. And so let me show you those real quick. If I get done with the 6th Kingdom Keepers book, then I have book 7, and I can listen to this on audio. I believe it's on Scribd. It's called The Insider. I realized that I held up book 6 in my mid-February video, and I didn't even say the name of it. It's called Dark Passage. I did finally just finish Shell Game yesterday. Then I'm trying to read one of the series of unfortunate events each month. I just started The Wide Window for this month, so next month is The Miserable Mill. Too bad I'm not already on the 5th one. This is the 4th book, but I'm just going to go with one a month on that. And I probably won't read A Grace Livingston Hill, so I'm not even going to show you that one. I am going to read A Newbery Winner, but I found this children's book. Of course, you're thinking all Newbery Winners are children's books. Yes, but some of them are chapter books for older kids. This is just a storybook. I didn't even realize it. It's one of the more recent winners. Last Stop on Market Street by Matt De La Pena. And I can fit that in. I'm sure I can. And if I get my current Home to Heather Creek book read this month, which I plan to, then I'll be ready for the next one in March, which is An Abundance of Blessings. So those are things that I might do. And also, I've heard over the last couple of years, people will say, I'm reading a Miss Julia book for March Mystery Madness. Well, I don't really consider Miss Julia books mysteries, but I have several more that I need to read, and it's my 2nd favorite series of all time. And these are on audio on Scribd. So since my library quit getting the newer ones on audio, I kind of stalled out on listening to them because I love to listen to these on audio. And the next one happens to be, guess what number? 15. Yes. So Miss Julia's Marvelous Makeover, and that one I can get, if I can get that one, which I think I can on Scribd, then I will probably maybe listen to that as well. And I did realize there was a couple of other children's books that I wanted to tell you about, because I do, for the last couple of years, since they started doing Middle Grade March, I like to pick a couple of children's mysteries that I can read for March Mystery Madness. So it's kind of like Middle Grade March Mystery Madness. And so I wanted them to fit the challenges. So I was looking up the different series, and mainly because the challenge that I've had the hardest time with is finding a mystery with 5 in the title. Now, there are some. Agatha Christie has one, 5 Little Pigs. Dorothy L. Sayers has one, 5 Red Herrings. There are plenty of mysteries and books that have the word 5 in them. There just wasn't really anything that I wanted to read that I could find on audio. So I started looking. I looked at Nancy Drew. I couldn't find any Nancy Drew. I looked at Boxcar Children. I did find not one that had the word 5 in the title, but I went ahead and checked out the 5th Boxcar Children book. It's called Mike's Mystery, so I will possibly read that one. And then I did find one in the Hardy Boys series. It's like number 173 or something, somewhere around that, and it's called Speed Times 5. The library didn't have it, and I found it on ebook. I can purchase it for maybe $5.99 or $6.99, and I might do that. But what I did find, I thought was kind of clever, I found The Pentagon Spy. See what I did there? Pentagon. Yeah, so this is book 61, and I might read this. This sounds fun. Also, I hadn't really thought about it, but there are several cozy mysteries with the word Cinco in the title. You could do that. There is one called Cinco de Mayhem. I don't even know who the author is, but that ebook is on Hoopla. There's one called Cinco de Mayo Murder, and there's one, I think it's just Cinco de Murder. And I don't know the authors of these. These are just some searches that I did, and some of those look really fun. So check those out. If you are struggling to find a book with 5 in the title, go with Cinco, or go with Pentagon, or anything that's related to 5, or even anything divisible by 5. Or 5th, or whatever. The sky is the limit, really. It really is. So I think that's everything. If I have forgotten something, I'll include it in the comments, and I'll be talking with you more as we go along. There are a lot of different challenges going on. Be sure you check out Di's challenge. Be sure you check out Sarah's bingo. And be sure you check out Tim's challenge, Laura's read along. Courtney, I wanted to just let you know, you haven't seen an announcement video from her. She's got a lot of stuff going on right now, but she has her Cozy Mystery Book Club, The Cozy Escape. So be sure you check that out. And she has plenty of mystery videos if you just go back through her channel. Troy Towell, he did a wonderful series. Hang on a second. Sorry, Emily's in here, and I didn't want her to open the door while I was in the middle of filming. So Troy, he's one of the co-creators, but if you look back over the last 12 months, he has a whole series of different cozy mystery videos. So don't just look at the current videos from each host. Look at their backlist too, because these are the reasons that these people were chosen and asked to be hosts, because they have some amazing mystery videos that you can find there on their channel. So if you're new to March Mystery Madness, then there are so many different videos that you could watch. Emily Sears, The Redhead is Reading, she has a series that it's ongoing. She's going to do a couple more this year of mysteries in history. And so check those out. So anyway, just be sure, and there's some I didn't mention, but they all have some fantastic videos. So check all those out. And that's all I have for this video. I'll be talking to you again soon. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.